Um, Very warm welcome to all. So we'll be discussing about the ACL statements here. Access control list. What is actually the access control list? ACL or access control list are some of the instructions we apply to router interface. Why do we use this ACL statement is whenever we need to block some traffic from particular network to flow to that other network, wherever we need to block some sort of services, we can go with the access control list statements. It filters complete network traffic by controlling whether router packets are forwarded or blocked at the router's interface. It can be used as a tool for network control by adding the flexibility to filter the packets that flow in or out of the router interface. That is why we call this access control list as a good packet filter. Now, why do we go for this ACL statements? There are mainly four reasons to create the ACLs. First one is to provide traffic control. Second one is to limit the network traffic and increase the network performance. The performance of the network can be improved once unnecessary traffic flow from some certain networks can be blocked. The third one is to provide a basic level of security for network access. Like whenever some unauthorized persons are using some network in some area, those we need not ask them to leave the network. Instead, we can block the traffic which is coming from their network, and we'll be able to decide which type of traffics are forwarded or blocked at the router interfaces. Then coming to the types of ACLs, we have mainly two types of ACLs. One is standard ACL, other one is external ACL. Again, in the case of standard or external ACL, we have two types. One is numbered ACL, other one is named ACL. Numbered ACL, we have numbers between 1 to 99 and 1300 to 1999, whereas in the case of external ACL, it is between 100 to 199 and 2000 to 2699. So whenever a number between 1 to 99 is used, it is a standard ACL. We'll be discussing more about the standard ACL statements. In numbered ACL, we cannot delete a certain statement, only we can delete the whole ACL. Whereas in the case of named ACL, we will be able to delete a certain statement between the statements. When we need to delete a certain statements alone, we can go with the external ACL. Comparing between the standard ACL and the external ACL, the access list number is between 1 to 99 range in the case of standard ACL, whereas in the case of external ACL, it is between 100 to 199, and standard ACL can able to block a network, a host and a subnet, whereas in the case of external ACL, one more addition is there. Here we will be able to block the service also. It can able to block a network, a host, a subnet and a service. So if we need to block a particular network, we are able to do. Particular host alone will be able to do. And if there is a particular service, that is not possible with standard ACL, but it is possible with the external ACL. And in the case of standard ACL, it is a two-way communication is stopped, whereas in the case of external ACL, one-way communication is stopped. All services are blocked in the case of standard ACL, whereas very selected services alone, if we need to block, we can go with the external ACL. And it is implemented closest to the destination in the case of standard ACL, whereas in the case of external ACL, it is implemented very closest to the source. So this point is very important. So standard ACL should be implemented closest to the destination. So we need to see what is the criteria, which criteria we need to follow, which one we need to block. Accordingly, we'll be able to write the access control list statements. So implementation is done very closest to destination in the case of standard ACL, whereas in the case of external ACL, we need to implement the ACL statements. We need to write it closest to the source. Next point is filtering is done based on only the source IP address in the case of standard ACL. In the case of external ACL, it will check the source, destination, protocol, port number, etc. Then we need to calculate the wildcard mask. It is not subnet mask, it is calculating the wildcard mask. Okay, how to calculate the wildcard mask? It is nothing but in simple statements I can say that global mask minus subnet mask will get the wildcard mask. For example, you can see here this is our subnet mask. Inverse of the subnet mask we are getting that wildcard mask. Otherwise, if we subtract this, so global mask minus wildcard mask, subnet mask, will get the wildcard mask. This wildcard mask is very important. We'll see it while doing the practice. Then coming to the syntax of the standard ACL. So syntax is like access list. We need to write a access list number between 1 to 99, and then we need to write a permit or deny statements, permit or deny, which IP address to permit or deny, and what is the wildcard mask to be used. And then this wildcard mask is nothing but IP address, inverse of IP address. I can write it as a wildcard mask here. And then access list, what is the number of same number to be used. Okay, in the case of name, we need not write access list numbers repeatedly. Once we can write the standard ACL name, that we need not mention it on every statement. Whereas in the case of numbered ACL, we need to write the ACL number on all the statements, and we need to write permit any. What does this any means? We are giving some statements like permit a host or a network, or deny a host or a network. What about rest of the networks or rest of the host? All those can be permitted. That is why this statement is very important. Then we need to know which, when we are implementing the ACL, we need to know on which port we need to implement. That we need to identify whether it is the port which is nearest, closest to the source or closest to the destination. Hope you remember what we have seen. Implementation is to be done closest to the destination. So which is the destination, that port we need to select it here, and from there we need to write whether it is an in or out statement. This we will see with an example when we are discussing the lab session. We will be seeing about what is in statement, what is out statement, what to be used there. And then we will have some two show commands. One is show access list, the second one is show running config. We will be using these two commands while doing the hands-on session using the Cisco Packet Tracer. Now what is that lab we are going to do? So this is what we are going to do in the lab session. First one, we have some 3 networks. Okay, this is a 1 dot network, this is 2 dot network, this is 3 dot network. Okay, and then we need to deny the traffic flowing from 192.168.1.1 to 2 dot network. Similarly, we need to deny the traffic flowing from 192.168.1.2 to the 2 dot network, and the whole traffic which is flowing from the 3 dot network, it should not flow into the 2 dot network. Whereas 3 dot network can freely communicate with the 1 dot network, and 1 dot network can freely communicate with the 2 dot network. So our target is, which is the target to be done, where do we need to implement the ACL? In this router or in this router? We need to implement the ACL in this second router, that is router 1, which is labeled here. It is the middle router, because we need to deny the services flowing through this. So if I am doing it here, it will not work out. If I am stopping it here, it will not flow into the 2 dot network. Similarly, the traffic which is flowing from the 3 dot network, it should not flow into the 2 dot network. So I can do my ACL statements in this one. I need to select the implementation in this port, because this is the port which is closest to my destination. What is the destination? Destination is my 2 dot network is my destination. So this is how we will be able to do all the statements. We'll see the implementation in the next video.